Hi, I'm Jake. This is another episode of Good Idea, Bad Execution. It's a little warm in here, sorry. We are in the shed, and just got done breaking up another little pallet, so I've got a whole bunch of boards. I'll show you that pile right there, and the majority of them have nails in it, just like this one in front of me. Now you're looking at my crotch. Stop looking at my crotch. Okay, so I have figured out a very decent way, probably not the best way, but a decent way to get these nails out and salvage them as best as possible. I'm not going to be able to save everyone. I know that. In fact, the runner that I showed in the last video that had all those nails sticking out of it, I ended up pounding them all. I think I got one out, and I ended up, bending the heads on the rest of them with old Trusty here. And I said, screw it, just pound them down. I got a whole stack of them right over here that I've already pulled out of other boards, so I'm not going to worry about it. So what I have devised, and I will show you here in just a moment. Let me switch the camera. Okay, I got a piece, basically a little 4x4 chunk that came off of another pallet. And what I've done is I've laid this on here, lay it upside down. You tap, 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 tap. The nails come down. They stay pretty straight. Then you flip it over, leaving it on the board because it still gives you a little bit of leverage. And you just get in there with your hammer, your claw hammer. I tried doing this with the pry bar, but yeah, it wasn't working. I really couldn't get the leverage that I wanted to with the pry bar. So we're back to Mr. Stanley here. It's just like me, Fat Max. No, it's a good hammer. It's a good ripper hammer. I like it. Gosh, what is this? I think this is an 18 or 20 ounce hammer. It's got a pretty flat claw compared to some. But yeah, I like this one. For the most part, Stanley's a pretty good brand in my opinion. Not a sponsor. So, yeah, I mean, I've had this hammer for a few years now and haven't had any trouble with it. So anyways, let me see if we can get this, get you guys to a point where you can see what the hell I'm doing. I know it's a little dim in here because, like in the last video, I said I need to put lights in here. All I've got is this little 4 LED light bar looking sucker. But there are nails. There's 3 nails. Okay, so like I said, we pounded the nails out from the back side. Okay, just a simple tap 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 tap. Okay, once you get them sticking out far enough, just boom. And sometimes you got to give it a double tap like that, and sometimes they go flying and fall on the floor like that. So that's all right though. So once we get done with all of these boards, the plan is we're gonna sand them down a little bit, plane them down a little bit, and use them for actual building material. Lumber prices are starting to come down, but they are still just freaking nuts right now. So this board right here, as you can see, has got quite, it's a little messed up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's kind of, I mean, they're pallet boards. They're all going to be kind of janky. This one's a little busted up. So we're going to take the nails out of this, and then into fire she goes. Okay? So, like I said, see if we can show you this again. just, you know, for posterity. Okay, I got 3 nails. 1. Okay, you can see these 3 better. But I got 3 nails. 1, 2. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing, hold that board right over your little 4x4, okay? And then you just, they're going to come out fairly easy. If you've ever pounded a nail out of a board, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For some of you city folk out there that have never done anything like this, you know, you think a bad day is when you don't get your cappuccino just right or your order just right at Starbucks. But again, hold it steady. And some of these are a little, knock them straight a little bit here. And tap, 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 tap. All right, I'm going to hold this one here. My hand is a good couple inches away, so it's not a big deal, but I do need to spread these out a little bit, so we're going to do that with a screwdriver and fingers. Okay. All right. You can see them pretty good. Contrasted by my hand. Now you want to get these, you want to get your nail heads pretty close to your 4x4 here, okay? That way, this is taking most of the brunt. This is taking most of the brunt of the pound, okay? Your bench isn't, and as you've seen, my bench is a mess, so I don't have crap flying all over the place. This is taking the most of the brunt, okay? Ta-da-da! All right. Tap, 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 the taps, tippity, tap, the tap it. Just tap it. Just tap it. All right, so once you've done that, again, boom, boom, and boom. Real simple stuff here, guys. I mean, it's not rocket science. It ain't freaking brain surgery. It's pulling nails. It's something that just about any idiot with three or more brain cells can take care of on a regular basis. It's pulling nails. Ain't that hard. But now that I have the nails, you know, I'm able, this is what I said in the last video, or not the last video, a couple videos ago, when I, excuse me, when I just want to tell you that, when I was talking about breaking these up, you're not going to salvage everything. You're not going to be able to save every board. In fact, this pile over here has got several boards that are broken because they are, pallets get old, pallets get brittle, they sit out in the weather, in the elements, and they just dry out, they get old, they get cracked. I mean, they get tons of weight put on them at any given time. And yeah, you're not going to get everything, but salvage as much as you can. I mean, this board, it's a pretty short board. Could I take it to a table saw and, you know, slice it down with the grain and make a board out of it? Yes. Do I want to? No. There's no frigging point in it. You know, so you know what? It'll burn. I can throw it on the campfire. It'll be fine. It's not going to kill nobody. So, yeah. But I was able to salvage 9 nails out of this particular board alone. 8 nails out of this particular board alone. Okay. So, and those nails are reusable. And they are the good know if you guys are going to be able to see this. Let's try here. Come here. Let's try here. Let's see if we can get this to focus in. The kind of, if you don't know, the kind of nails that they put in most pallets are not the same kind of nails that you find at your local hardware store. Let me see if I can find a better one here. And let's see if we can put it on a lighter background. Alright. Hey, there you go. I don't know if you can see that, but there's grooves in there. There's spiral grooves that are cut into these nails. Okay? And what that does is that helps to dig into the wood. It's what helps give a pallet its structure. And rigidity is those nails. Those nails, they take a lot of weight. Okay? Especially from the forks of a forklift or a pallet jack or whatever you're looking at. You know, when those are lifted, those nails aren't coming out. Okay? And that's in part because of those spiral grooves in there. They just twist into the wood and they just grab a hold of it and they do not let go. Now, that being said, pounding them out is a little more of a pain in the butt. Just a little bit more. It's not going to hurt anything. However, when I use those nails again, I know that whatever I'm putting them in is going to stay there. Okay? Because of those spirals. So, it's still Friday the 29th. This is just the second video that I'm doing tonight because I didn't get 2 videos. I didn't even get 1 video done this week, so I haven't uploaded the other one yet. I'm working on that. I'll work on that once I get closer to the house because the Wi-Fi is doesn't come down to the shop down here, the shed down here. So, yeah. That being said, go pound some nails. Go bust a pallet or 2. Go build something. You are only hindered by your imagination. Okay? If you can think it, you can make it. I would suggest drawing it out first. You know, as best you can. You don't have to be a friggin' Van Gogh. You know, most of us are more, you know, Picasso in his later years where, but, and no, that was not like disability. If you look at some of Picasso's work in his later years, you know, stuff is like all over the place. So, anyways, so don't, you know, go whining to YouTube. Oh, he's making fun of disabled people. No, I'm not. I'm making fun of Picasso, for God's sakes. Anyways, that being said, if you can think it and you can dream it, by God, you can build it. And if you can't build it, I know what I was just talking about in the last video, but there are people out there that know how to build it and will show you how to build it. And if you don't want to talk to them, go on YouTube. There's thousands of people out there that want to show you what they did and how they did it. And they want you, yes, you, the person watching this video, they want you to do it the same way. At the very least, you know, figure out your own way. Dog's going nuts over there. So, that being said, take care of each other. We love you. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.